Welcome to Asia Briefing Publications. My name is Israel America Jones, the Marketing Manager for the North China region. Today with me is Christian Fleming, the Editor-in-Chief for Asia Briefing. Asia Briefing is a subsidiary of Dezan Shear & Associates, which is a specialist foreign direct investment practice providing business advisory, accounting, tax, and payroll services to companies investing in Asia. Today we are going to discuss China Briefing's May issue for 2013, discussing understanding permanent establishment in China. Christian, can you introduce this issue of China Briefing and what topics it covers?
Thanks, Israel. So this issue of China Briefing magazine covers permanent establishments and answers some very important questions, such as how do I trigger permanent establishment status in China, and what are the implications if I do? To answer these questions, we first break down the various forms of permanent establishments in China, including fixed place PEs, construction site PEs, agent PEs, and service PEs, and subtleties of each. We then outline the 6 months calculation method versus the 183 days calculation method used to determine whether or not a non-resident enterprise's business in China constitutes a permanent establishment. If the enterprise does constitute a permanent establishment, it will then be liable to pay tax on its China source income, as well as on its non-China source income if it can be established that it has an actual connection to the PE. Furthermore, all expatriates working for the permanent establishment will be subject to individual income tax on their China source income from the first day they arrive in China. We go through all of these taxes in the magazine, providing the applicable rates and calculation methods.
Why do you think understanding permanent established in China is important for investors coming now?
An increasing number of foreign companies are conducting business in China and sending over staff on short-term assignments as a result. As these trips increase, or as the duration of each stay increases, these foreign enterprises run the risk of triggering permanent establishment status in China. In double taxation agreements, permanent establishment status determines whether or not a contracting state can tax the business profits or income of a resident enterprise or individual of the other contracting state. But a lot of companies are not aware of when and how permanent establishment status comes into effect. So bringing some clarity to this topic is timely and I think very much needed.
What can readers hope to take away from this issue after reading it?
I believe that anyone who reads this issue will come away with a strong understanding of how and when permanent establishment status is applied, and hopefully also appreciate the importance of keeping these considerations in mind when conducting business in China. There are some fairly serious financial implications for enacting permanent establishment status, so making sure this isn't a situation that your business accidentally falls into is of the utmost importance. Reading this issue of China Briefing magazine will definitely help you keep informed.
Thank you, Christian. If you are interested in any more information discussing business in China or India, Vietnam, or ASEAN, please look to our Asia Briefing website, where you can find articles, magazines, books, and other multimedia that can keep you informed with the ever-changing Asia business environment. Thank you for listening and look forward to having you join us again.